Welcome everybody to Insanity Check Radio. This is Skillet Sauce. There's Ken and 8 over there on the boards. What's today's date there, Ken?
Today is the 20th. The
20th.
20th of August.
Yes, and just a quick shout out to Brooklyn Show. I'm kind of like, I remember when he co-hosted when you were away that time, and he had a very quote on the show when I commented, why was he wearing his shades indoors? And he said, hey, yo, bitches love him. So, this is to you, man. So, an ode to Isaac Hayes and Plastic Man all at the same time. So that's what that is.
That's nice. That's nice. Keep her in the family.
Yeah, man. So today you get a break, Ken. We really can't fuck with you about the Jets because nothing really bad happened to them. So
Why? I understand why you think that this affects me in the least bit. You guys just get to frolic and play with each other. And yeah, that's wonderful. It's nice. It's cute. Don't give a shit. I don't give a shit. I'm more concerned. I care more that
Michael Vick got the dog.
Yeah, Chip Kelly finally get Michael Vick the starting position. That's more interesting to me than what's fucking going on in the Jets camp.
The fact that the Jets haven't even named a starting preseason game, you guys are fucked.
Rex is a bumbler. Fuck him.
Yeah, he's a chump. So
So, just a quick update, as I told you a little while ago. So, last week, if you all might remember, I revealed a little experiment that I did 2 weeks ago, and then I actually took advice, and I put some provocative pictures on our 3 stories last week, and it sort of worked. We had more hits than we usually get, but it pales in comparison to where these naked seconds.
Well, see, you shouldn't actually use pales because it was about a black ass, an extremely black ass that got us, these hits.
This is true. This is true.
That somehow, an image of a glistened up black mandingo man's ass in the dirt somehow led us to how many? What?
33,000 plus and counting.
33,000 hits. Had nothing to do with the story. I mean, the fact that I think people are going to check it out, regardless of the damn story. They're just somehow black man ass.
I wish I knew.
I mean, yeah.
Still garnered only 4 comments. One, which I just showed.
Some hate mail. Yeah.
This gentleman scolded us, and that this couple, they're in a condo. Most likely, they will be beaten and burned.
Well,
for their sins.
He made one mistake. They were already being beaten.
Well, yeah.
So just for the beating that they was already receiving.
And he called us shitheads.
You know what? I've been called a lot of things. Shithead is not one of them. Nappy head, obviously. Head, all slow head, all sorts of shit.
Curly fries.
Never curly fries. Never
curly
fries.
You've been called curly fries behind your back.
Whatever. But I mean, the point is, we did not make this person, these people commit adultery. We didn't do anything like that. And you reap what you sow. If you know that you're in a country where adultery is going to get you fucking beaten and burned, then don't do it. And the fact that I find it slightly humorous that the guy is doing the hacksaw Jim Duggan walking around with the 2x4. I'm sorry, that's humorous to me. I mean, it's not, the fact that this dude, had to suffer seeing his wife, with some other dude, that's a whole different story. I found the angle that, to lighten the situation for myself. But, I don't even have to explain myself. Fuck that dude. He's entitled to his opinion, and I'm entitled to my response to him, which is fuck you. And what did you call him? A dick washer? Or
dick eater.
Dick eater. Dick eater, wash the dick first, then eat it. Yeah. So there it is. So,
don't do it in Africa.
Oh yeah, don't do it in Africa.
You will be beaten and burned. Speaking of fucking.
Yeah, I was about to say. Wait a second, I gotta drink my titty cup. Hold on. I gotta get warmed up.
We pause for the station identification. Tits.
Gotta have it, man. Makes everything taste better. All right.
Once again, other parts of the world showing that they are just ahead of us in forward thinking.
We're sexual progressive.
Switzerland opens drive-in sex boxes to make prostitution safer.
What a brilliant
prostitution
idea.
Has been, is, and will be.
Seriously, if you can
just help these ladies out, and I always say you should give them a benefits package. But if you can't get to that yet, then at least make it safe for these ladies to ply their trade.
Yeah,
and ply open them zippers to get to them balls.
Exactly. And you know what? They can put everything else in a box. You can put chicken in a box.
Yeah, wine in a box.
Yeah, exactly. So now you got pussy in a box.
Exactly. They look like shelters for hikers in a national park, but these wooden sheds in Switzerland have a rather less innocent purpose. They provide a discreet location for men to have sex with prostitutes.
Mm-hmm.
The drive-in sex boxes, as they're being called, will officially be open in August 26. Not enough time to get my ticket. As part of a drive-by authorities in Zurich to regulate prostitution, combat pimping, and improve security for sex workers.
Which is
pimps.
Exactly.
We don't want you up in here.
And I like that part, that they actually showing concern, because this is something that, is going to be, obviously it's been done since the beginning of recorded history. And we sort of marching back.
Going on as they're driving.
There's gonna be some road. I'm waiting for the motherfucker to crash and clear about 4 of these boxes out in a sexual frenzy.
The site is only open to drivers of cars. Pedestrians and men on motorbikes are not allowed and will operate from early evening until 5 a.m. each day. See, normal working hours. The sex boxes are one of several measures intended to reduce the large number of prostitutes plying their trade in residential areas and in city entry, including a ban on soliciting along the something river embankment. The men who solicit street workers outside of the 3 approved zones, including the cluster of boxes, will face fines of up to 450 francs.
Don't!
Telling you. Responsible.
Yeah. That's an uplifting story.
Interesting. It was the pimps who decided the prices, for instance. We are trying to reach a situation which is better for the prostitutes themselves, for their health and security, also for the people who live in Zurich. While prostitution is legal in Switzerland, sex workers have to pay a tax of 5 Swiss francs each night that they work.
So you see, they literally tax that ass.
Paving the ching. So this is how the little Swiss kids get their school, get your roads paved
and get your nut off
and get your balls drained. Works for everybody.
Yeah, it does, man. And the design of the box will look pretty cool. It almost looks like if you ever go into the sauna, the steam sauna, with the wooden paneling. Mm-hmm. So it has a nice little design to it. Make you feel like the Swiss Family Robinson inside a little cabin. Pretty good.
Do you have that other story already?
Oh yeah, this is some stupid shit.
I didn't even see this. I'm just waiting to hear how this is even possible.
This is fucking stupid. Man 70 has 10-centimeter steel kitchen fork removed from inside his penis after sexual adventure goes wrong. Okay, there was nothing right to begin with this particular story. How can this possibly go any more wrong than inserting a fork, as you could probably see from the photograph, inserting a fork into your dick tip? Okay, so they said doctors from Canberra, Australia, have published a case in which an elderly man lost an entire piece of cutlery inside his body. He didn't lose it. He knew what that shit was. Man underwent general anesthetic and surgeons used forceps, tractions, and copious lubrication to remove the foreign body. Was discharged shortly afterwards and was left with no long-term damage. So just from before I even read any more, either this dude was really hung, or he's done this shit before, which he was stretched,
Well,
or that's some
That's what
super
I'm saying.
sexual.
Seriously, how you gonna get a fork in your dick without you giving
I mean, he had to use like
a shrimp fork in your dick first or some shit?
Yeah,
man.
he probably had some kind of inflatable bladder or some shit near that he pumped full of air to blow his dick up or something. But then dig this. So the motherfucker goes in there. So they say he then promptly admitted that he had inserted a piece of cutlery into his urethra in an attempt to pleasure himself. Unless he was actually trying to take a fork to his own oysters, what the fuck were you gonna be doing?
Wait a minute. How do you interpret that sentence? Was he sticking the fork in his dick for pleasure, or was he jerking off after he put the fork in his dick?
You know what? I don't know, because it can't be he was trying to multitask and eat greasy food and jerk off at the same time with the fork. I'm thinking he put the fork inside of himself and then tried to jerk, maybe with the tongs hanging out the tip, and the sexual frenzy brought the fucking thing right back into him. And, no matter what you ate. Yeah, I mean, it is terrible. I mean, I can't even.
I'm
hear
sorry,
you.
you can't hear
There
me.
you go. Yeah, I can hear you now.
Like I'm kind of disgusted.
It is disgusting. They said, unfortunately, the attempt backfired and it became stuck, leaving him in considerable pain. Really.
Good.
Despite that, it took him 12 hours to pluck up the courage to seek medical help. So he walked back and forth in his place with a fork in his dick before what? Embarrassment?
Did they say, was this the first time he ever tried this?
No, apparently no. He had done other things.
Like what?
I didn't say. But they said the fork was so firmly lodged inside the man's body that doctors could not initially see the cause of discomfort, according to the report. However, once it had been located, multiple retrieval methods were contemplated with success.
I'm sorry. Can you scroll down to get to that X-ray again?
Okay, here's the X-ray. Look at it. Look at this shit. Look at this shit. I mean, and then it was a wide handle spoon, so this guy had some class. So he had like a really nice ornate.
I'm sorry, I'm not understanding this. You sure it wasn't up his ass?
Listen, man, I don't know what the fuck. No, and apparently people have done this shit before, but no, I mean this is
like if you can get something that wide through your dick hole, how can it not come out?
Yo, I don't know, and I don't want to know. Basically, I would have taken a high fucking strength magnet and put it right behind his ass and sucked this fork out backwards. I'd have just ripped this dude's guts out straight through his ass for being stupid. But then this shit's ridiculous. They say other objects found inside the human body: needles, pencils, ballpoint pens, garden wire, safety pins, Allen keys.
Wow.
Allen keys.
But hold on, but this is probably up the ass though.
I would hope so. Telephone cables, toothbrushes, household batteries, light bulbs. Now I know people put light bulbs in their ass and then sat down and smashed them shits inside of their ass. Marbles, cotton tip swabs, plastic cups, thermometers, plants and vegetables. Yeah, that's nasty. Carrot, cucumbers, beans, hay, bamboo sticks, grass leaves, animal parts. Grass
What's
leaves.
the purpose?
So I don't know, motherfuckers robbing
Like
a cow.
A horse can toss you a salad or some shit? What the fuck?
Robbing a cow of his feed and cramming a ball of grass and sticking it in your ass. Animal parts, leeches, squirrel tail, snakes, and bones.
I told you in Howard Stern's first book, which I read.
Wait,
you're not
Just
finished.
a few more.
Oh,
Toys,
my bad.
latex gloves. Well, I can see how the latex gloves could be. Cause I guess if you putting a glove on your fist and yourself or some shit, and you pull out and it stays in there. Hot wax, glue. Yo, this is fucking nasty.
Well, he said from the Journal of Medicine. I told you this a long time ago. Some moron poured quick drying cement in his asshole and then dropped the golf ball in that bitch. And then the shit hardened. Because it's quick drying cement.
Why would he have done this stupid shit?
Because people are fucking bored.
Well, this is
And
disgusting.
sick fucks.
That's disgusting. Well, look, it says, according to the report, you're not off base. In a series of 20 adult cases over 9 years, foreign body insertions into the lower urinary tract have a low incidence, with men 1.7 times more likely to engage in the behavior than women. They said that the practice tends to occur during states of pathological masturbation, substance abuse. So you're a wanton jerk off addict in a fucking frothing frenzy, and you go crazy.
So again, I'm sorry. Are these people trying to say that all the shit you just read was shoved into people's dicks?
They just said lower. They're not being specific with that, but this is ridiculous. The real danger was infection leading to death because ashamed patients often delay medical
They should be fucking ashamed.
Oh my God! According to the report, typical symptoms after having inserted a foreign object into the male urethra include a lower abdominal pain, penile pain, swelling of glands or body of penis, inflammation of the urethra, pain during sex, blood-stained urine, pus in urine, increased urinary frequency, inability to urinate, and fever. Yeah. You know, I mean, this is just ridiculous. I mean, this was really pathological during states.
Yeah, I've never heard that phrase before in my life. Pathological masturbation.
So you are compelled. All I can think of is you like zip tie your fucking hands to the bedpost so you don't continue to jerk off until you pass out. But then remember that story of our good friend Apocalypse, who using that dick pump sucked his whole balls and everything into the pump and damn near killed himself. Man. The stories. Yes. Well, that's the first segment for us.
Yeah. What can you say? It's almost good to get back to this twisted shit. We haven't done something that had to do with eating people, but still fucking sick in a little bit. Stick with us, folks. We have a special guest. Yes, and he is special.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Not the special you're talking about, just a regular special.
You mean short bus special?
Well, I didn't say it.
Oh, okay.
Gentleman named Storm, who will be providing us with some interesting video
from Primetime Handball on the YouTube channel.
On a not so interesting topic, but he'll make it interesting for you folks. And they're looking at me like I'm crazy. Fuck them. We'll deal with this when we come back. 2 minutes.
We're trying to make it, baby. We wanna